Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Please be seated. But will you join me in thanking CSM student Fabian Street for that beautiful rendition of the national anthem? Good afternoon, elected officials, commissioners, members of the Board of Education, members of the Board of Trustees, honored guests, distinguished faculty and staff, friends and families. Before I introduce our graduates, I would like to recognize a number of special guests here for CSM's 65th Spring Commencement. If you will, please stand when I call your name. And audience, if you would, please hold your applause until I finish all of the recognitions. Our platform guests include members of the college's Board of Trustees, Chair Sean Coates, Christy Lombardi, Jose Gonzalez, Key Abel, Kathy Allen. We also have the college's senior administration team. Interim Vice President of the Division of Learning, Dr. Jackie Maudry Taylor. Vice President for Student Equity and Success, Dr. Tracy Harris. Vice President of Operations and Planning, Dr. Bill Comey. Vice President and General Counsel, Craig Patnaud. Vice President of Financial Services, Judy Mills. Vice President of Continuing Education and Workforce Development, Ellen Flowers Fields. Vice President of People, Culture, and Equity, Ron Price. And Chief of Staff, Dr. Larissa Pfeiffer. Out in the audience, we have a number of special supporters of the college that I would also like to recognize. If you would, when I say your name, please stand. Edith Patterson, Charles County Delegate, Maryland General Assembly. Deborah Davis, Charles County Delegate. Ralph Patterson, Charles County Commissioner, Vice President. It is important to recognize so many of our supporters and advocates at graduation because whether you realize it or not, it was a team effort to get you here. We have a hard-working network of legislators, industry experts, community stakeholders, and donors who, combined with leadership, staff, and faculty, are dedicated to your success and keeping college affordable. The faculty and staff at CSM represent years of academic professionalism and years of professional experience in the areas they teach and serve. I am so honored and grateful to work alongside CSM's dedicated staff and faculty who give their all every day to impact our students' lives. So please join me in thanking them for the many ways they have supported you and your success. I would also like to highlight the spring graduating class. This class of students has earned an impressive number of degrees and certificates. We actually have 449 candidates for degrees and certifications, receiving a total of 478 awards. The youngest graduate is 17 years old, and the oldest graduate is 69 years young. And while every degree is an honor, 30% of you are graduating with an honor designation, so very well done. Students, it gives me great pleasure to lead this commencement ceremony, to recognize and celebrate all of your amazing accomplishments. You have worked hard, overcome many obstacles, persevered to the end, and finished strong. You did it, and we couldn't be more proud of you. CSM is honored and privileged to serve students with rich and diverse backgrounds who come to our institution seeking knowledge, skills, a better income, and more opportunities to support themselves and their families. Our students come with the hope of finding something more, and they believe that here at CSM and our place of learning, that they can find it. And they can, and you did. Today, we celebrate your extraordinary achievement that required you to stretch and grow in ways that you may not have even imagined. You have exhibited strength of mind, strength of heart, and strength of will. And you have proven that, in fact, you can do anything you put your minds to. And because of that, you have inspired us. So this day of commencement is a special one, and one of the major milestones that you will always remember. And as I reflected on this day, I was reminded of my own graduation and the charge gifted me by my uncle as he congratulated me in a voice steeped in emotion. He said that you've looked back, Nisi, and you've looked forward. Now it's time to make progress. Remember, there is a trail behind you. And my uncle was right. During my educational journey, I had looked back to a father educated in a segregated one-room schoolhouse in the Deep South, and to a mother who believed that a college education was the only key to a great future, even though she had never completed her own. I had looked back to all of the ancestors who had cheered me on from the sidelines, and for the many sacrifices that were made for me to stand where I stand today. I had also looked forward to using my education to make an impact, recognizing that this gift of scholarship and service, relationships and mentorships, leadership and opportunity are not for me to hoard alone, but to share with others, those with access to opportunities, but even more importantly, to share with those without. But like my uncle reminded me, looking back and looking forward alone is not enough. Now is the time to make progress. So in this moment, I invite you to pause, look back in reflection and gratitude at the trail that lies behind you, and then look forward with anticipation to the opportunities that lie before you, and commit to making progress. As Mary McLeod Bethune, famous educator, presidential advisor, leader, and champion for gender and racial equality, has coined, you enter to learn, but you must depart to serve. She understood that we have a civic and moral duty to do something meaningful with what we've accomplished, not for our own singular ambitions, but for the betterment of others and our surrounding community. So as you are lifted up in this moment, graduates, remember to reach back and reach out to lift up those around you. Extend your hand in assistance, volunteer your time in engagement, and offer kindness in places where the light is dim and the words of grace are few. As you depart from CSM as leaders in our community, stand tall in your willingness to serve because there's a trail behind you. And like my uncle gifted me, I now gift you with the charge of giving back to the communities that have given so much to you. That, my friends, is how we all make progress. And that is how we all collectively succeed. This intentionality around honoring and serving our community is reflected in one of my favorite African proverbs that I share with all of you. If you want to go fast, go alone, but if you want to go far, go together. Now, class of 2024, I want you all to look at each other in the auditorium and then look out to your instructors and to your family, friends, and support systems in this gym, and realize that that proverb has proven true today. You have come this far because you had the courage to try, the desire to work hard, and the fortitude to persevere even when the path grew difficult. Now that you've succeeded, you've made a choice to go even further, and we're grateful that you chose to go together with all of us at CSM. Everyone in this room is incredibly excited about what the future holds for all of you as you begin this next journey and create success for yourself and for those around you. Embrace this moment. Know that we are standing here with you because we're all so incredibly proud of you, and we celebrate with you on this day your remarkable achievement. Now I would like to invite our Faculty Senate President, Professor George Bedell, to address our graduates as well.
Graduates and families, members of the CSM community, honored guests, on behalf of the College of Southern Maryland faculty, welcome to this day of celebration. This is a day to celebrate the accomplishments of a great group of graduates, to acknowledge the hard work you've done, and to recognize all of your potential for the future. I find it highly appropriate that graduations take place in the spring. Spring is a time of growth, of transformation, and a time of change. And just as the world around us is in this period of growth and change, so too are you. Standing here in your caps and gowns and entering into a new phase in your lives. Having worked hard, having dedicated yourselves to your studies and the pursuit of knowledge, you are now at the threshold of the beginning of your new life. Many of you will be leaving here to attend big universities with thousands of other students. Some of you will be starting new careers that may take you far from home. All of this is exciting, but I know it can also be daunting. In thinking about what it means to live through change, I found myself thinking about a song by the late David Bowie. There's a great line in his song Changes, and no, I will not be singing it, where he tells us to turn and face the strange. And I love his use of the word strange. Strange can mean many things and can have certain negative connotations. At its heart, the word refers to an otherness, a foreignness of a person or a thing. So to turn and face the strange is really a directive to embrace those things we will encounter in life that we might otherwise shy away from because of their otherness. As an educator, I think about how our willingness to embrace the strange is a measure of our intellectual curiosity. Whether you're going on for further studies or starting your new job, you will be well served to open your mind to ideas that may at first seem strange, but in reality are pathways to your intellectual growth. The world of ideas is not a monoculture. Your ability to succeed in an increasingly complex world will be enhanced as you expand your worldview by processing ideas that are new and sometimes may seem foreign to you. I also think about how our willingness to embrace the strange can be a measure of our compassion. It is easy to feel empathy for those with whom we feel familiarity. The challenge, the testament to our humanity, is to exercise that compassion towards those who may at first seem to us to be defined by their otherness. And so, as you leave here today, crossing the threshold as a new college graduate, I encourage you to keep the spirit of learning alive, embracing the new, and even sometimes the strange, and expanding your conception of the world whenever you can. Your intellectual curiosity can lead you to a life of continuous learning, and that is a rich life indeed. On that note, let me end by wishing you, on behalf of the CSM faculty, our heartfelt congratulations and best wishes for a brilliant future. I'd now like to welcome CSM Board of Trustees Chair Sean Coates to the podium to introduce our student speaker. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor Bedell. It is my distinct pleasure to introduce our student commencement speaker to you today. Robert Katzberg of St. Mary's County enrolled at CSM 15 years after graduating from Leonardtown High School. Today, he will graduate with an Associate of Applied Science in Cybersecurity. Katzberg attended CSM while working full-time as a cloud administrator for the United States Army Command Control, Computers, Communications, Intelligence, Surveillance, and Reconnaissance. Mr. Katzberg's story reminds us about the value this community college provides to accomplished professionals in our region's workforce. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Katzberg to the podium.
Good afternoon, everyone. As trustee coach shared, my name is Robbie Katzberg. I'm graduating with my Associate of Applied Science in Cybersecurity. I'm currently employed full-time as a civilian for the United States Army DevCom, but we call it just C5ISR. I've been attending CSM full-time these last 2 years to not only improve my skill set, but to also develop the expertise required to advance my career. My time here at this institution has been quite transformative for me professionally and personally. While here at CSM, I mostly stuck to online classes, but did take my entire networking track in person. During that class, I was able to help other students a lot, as I already had some networking experience in and out of the classroom. Not only did I not expect to become a tutor, I also didn't expect to like being a tutor. But throughout all my classes at CSM, I've learned that if I put my mind to it, I can do anything, help others, and eventually start to like it all. I want to thank all the professors I've had throughout my time here at CSM, but especially Professor Pam Mitchell. Being in 3 straight classes with her as my professor basically encompassed the majority of my pathway. Professor Mitchell, getting to know you better has been one of the most fun parts of my college career at CSM, because not only did I learn more about networking, I also learned a great deal about myself because of the personal, professional, and technical advice you give all of its students. I pride myself in having a large friend group of people who stuck together in the years since high school. In fact, I count myself lucky to have the number of long-term friends that I have, including people like Joe Tennyson, who one day told me to get my Security Plus and he'll give me a job, and who motivated me to study for that certificate and eventually attained it a month later. Joe did get me that job, and it started me on the career path I'm on now. I'm grateful for people like Bobby Wathen, and my boss, Tony Campitelli, who continue to teach and serve as an inspiration of where I could be if I continue to put in the hard work. Other close friends like Tyler, Ryan, Dustin, all being in the same career field and answering any questions I may have, and who turn to me for answers when they get stuck. I also want to thank my best friend up in Canada, Lara, and her family, who I'm sure are watching this. Lara's been an inspiration for me and someone I could turn to for anything, and always there to give me the boost when I needed all my confidence. And finally, I'd like to thank my family. Both my brothers are always there for me, Mike and Will. I looked up to you guys all my life, and I'm so happy that I'm here doing the best I can for you. And of course, my dad. I wouldn't be where I am without the love and support you give me every day. You're also someone who I've looked up to since the day I was born. I'm so happy you get to see me up here on the stage right now. Before I extend my advice to my fellow graduates, I want to share my personal journey that brought me to CSM. The road that brought me to the College of Southern Maryland and to pursuing a higher education has been a long one. When I graduated from Leonardtown High School 15 years ago, I never pictured myself to be a college student. I always had the thought in the back of my mind that attending college would be useful, but I never had the right mindset to go after it. After getting into the cybersecurity industry, and through the help of my friends and realizing the ability I had with only one certificate under my belt, I saw how useful continuing my education would be. But make no mistake, I was intimidated coming back to school after being out of the classroom for such a long period of time. I was nervous going into my initial classes, but kept my focus. And then after my first couple of classes, including an English class where I wrote papers for the first time since high school, I gained a lot of confidence because I learned that if I put in the time, the work got easier and even fulfilling. My goal going in was just to get my associates and move on to my bachelor's, but the more classes I took, the more confidence I gained in my ability to do well and succeed in my education. With this confidence I gained doing so well in school, I began to gain confidence in other areas of my life, including at my job. I became more willing to branch out and take on different tasks. Each and every one of my cybersecurity-focused classes taught me something I could use on an everyday basis at my own job. I've gained imperative skills to support our military, and I can't explain the sense of pride that I feel that I'm able to contribute to the success of the U.S. Army in this capacity. As soon as I turn my tassel today, I'll be continuing to work full-time, but I'll have a nice break from college over the summer before I continue my studies for my bachelor's degree at UMGC next fall. I'm also happy to share that now my end goal is to obtain my master's degree. The only way to go is up, and if I can do this, so can you. Congratulations, graduates. As you go into the world, I hope you remember my story and remember to always believe in yourself and never hesitate to ask for help. I wouldn't have gotten to where I am without the help and support of my friends and family and the care and support system I found at the College of Southern Maryland. With their help and encouragement, I had a much easier time getting through school. If you focus in on always trying to improve yourself, you will see yourself succeed in any industry and in life. My own self-confidence, after years of not really existing, has now propelled me forward through college and wanting to see just how far I can get. I wish you all the best of success in your next endeavors and encourage you to always believe in yourself. The best is yet to come. Thank you.
Now we have arrived at the moment you've all been waiting for. Please welcome Interim Vice President Dr. Jackie Maudry-Taylor to the stage for the presentation of certificates and degrees.
We now confer the Associate of Applied Science degrees in accounting, Barbara J. White. We now confer the certificates in business management, Ashley Nicole Russell, honors. We now confer the certificates in criminal justice, Alana E. Umba. We now confer the certificates in digital marketing management, Jashisha Shakela Chase. We now confer the certificates in hospitality management, Kalea V. Bonds. We now confer the certificates in security management, Donald E. Russell, high honors. We now confer the Associate of Applied Science degrees in accounting, Elizabeth Sarai Alvarado. Megan L. Lacey. Summer Deanne Rickett, honors. Heather Shemansky, honors. Clendon Stillman, highest honors. We now confer the Associate of Science degrees in Business Management. Sarah A. Beal, high honors. Caitlin Lenani Caterin, high honors. Natalie Marie Higgins. Kaylee M. Howe, honors. Madison B. McClure, high honors. Gabriel Lynn McKee. Kylie Madison Murphy. Tess Danielle Murphy. Aaliyah C. Roach, highest honors. Valerie J. Tesiwu. We now confer the Associate of Applied Science degrees in Business Management. Beverly A. Dahlstrom, highest honors. Samantha Elizabeth Guy, high honors. Julie M. Knott. Allison Vasquez Victoria. We now confer the Associate of Applied Science degrees in Cloud and Information Technology. Josh Hedgeman Jr., highest honors. Shane Robert Johnson. Desmond Z. Mason. Jack R. Seen, honors. We now confer the Associate of Science degrees in Computer Science. Jordan Stone. Kartik Thurgur. We now confer the Associate of Applied Science degrees in Cybersecurity. James N. Campbell. Nicholas J. Carey, honors. Kenneth Edward Allen Krim, Jr. Nicholas G. Fratantuano. Jaheim Pfeiffer. Jared D. Caesar. Robert Lee Casper III, highest honors and student speaker. Jaime A. Marquez. Mohammed Ashan Mustak. Heather E. Ford, honors. Justin G. Schultz. Nicholas L. Scott. Christopher J. Snell. Chance Lane Stubblefield, high honors. William D. Testerman. Keith Q. Davenport, high honors. Michael D. Douglas, honors. Tania Gonzalez Vudora, highest honors. Kyle Nielsen, highest honors. We now confer the Associate of Science degrees in Engineering, Bailey J. Burrows. Thomas A. Howard, honors. Seth Lunsford. Eric M. Rhodes. Ian Wilfred Valley, high honors. James O. Wilkinson, high honors. We now confer the Associate of Science degrees in General Studies, Criminal Justice. Lucas Allen Balajo. Cameron D. Keys, honors. Megan Elizabeth Knott, high honors. Brooke Michelle Lee. Robert O'Neill McCullum Sr. Alyssa Marie Paget. J. Rapon Paupon. Tyler James Rochelle, honors. John Hubert York IV. We now confer the Associate of Applied Science degrees in Information Services Technology. Robert James Deckelman, highest honors. We now confer the Associate of Applied Science degrees in Information Systems. Ron Christopher Brown. We now confer the Associate of Applied Science degrees in Law Enforcement. Shania Tivnan, honors. We now confer the Associate of Science degrees in Mathematics and Sciences. Eli T. Gersman. Natasha Z. Lasowski.
Now, will all of the degree and certificate candidates please rise? By virtue of the authority of the Board of Trustees, I confer upon you the award for which you have been recommended, admitting you to all the rights and privileges which throughout the land pertain to those certificates and degrees. In testimony whereof, you have received this award of the college, officially signed and sealed. And now, graduates, the time that you've all been waiting for. You can officially move your tassels to the left side.
Will the faculty please rise? Graduates, please look over your shoulders for a moment to see that in recognition of your scholarly achievement, we, the faculty, salute you and wish you Godspeed.
Congratulations again, students. Everyone, please remain at your seats for the recessional until the last student has exited. Our ushers will assist you in exiting the building. You will join your students outside the building to celebrate this momentous occasion once the recessional is complete. Can we give them another round of applause as they exit the building? Class of 2024.